Conor McGregor, the highest paid boxing debut, the highest paid acting debut, and the highest paid UFC fighter ever, for whatever that's worth, right? I mean, clearly it's worth millions, as you can see here, but is it worth your soul? And what do I mean by that? I truly believe when Conor McGregor, in this moment here, went and fought Floyd Mayweather, I believe he was selling his soul. I believe he was doing something for a lot of money, something that he knew he didn't have a big chance in, and something where he was going to get paid for it, though. You know what I mean? In a boxing against Floyd Mayweather, I probably lose, but you know what? I'm going to give it my best. I might catch him, but, I'm going to get the bag for it. I think he was, doing that. And he was never quite the same after that. He got stopped. His ego got fucking damaged for the first time. And that was the first time Conor McGregor ever been stopped. And it was stopped by an old Floyd Mayweather. Craziness. The guy who's smaller than him, all these things. Conor got stopped for the first time. And then we see him against Khabib, which in my opinion could have been a much closer contest. This version of Conor McGregor, as you can see in the top left corner, the Alvarez versus McGregor Conor, I believe is a much more competitive fight because I believe he's focused on MMA. His sole purpose is MMA, double champion, like top of his craft at the time. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't movie star roles, focusing on boxing money fights. Like, you get what I'm saying? He veered off the path. And he was on the path to greatness. He was on the path to the greatest of all time, in my opinion. I really do think Conor McGregor was that special, guys. Go back and watch his fight against Max Holloway, for example. You see both young guys, but you see the arsenal Conor's throwing at these people. Look at the Dennis Seaver fight. Look at these fights, bro. The early on fights, the fight against Eddie Alvarez, where he's literally just this far away, but it's the perfect range for him to fucking land a crazy haymaker right back. You know what I mean? But he's so accurate. He's in my opinion, the best in the world. And I think he could have chosen to be the best in the world and been on that path like a Khabib Nurmagomedov. Khabib Nurmagomedov was focused on being the best in the world. He didn't care about the money. I think we would have seen a more competitive fight. Do I think he beats Khabib? I don't know if I'd go that far, but I think it's certainly a more competitive fight. And maybe he rocks Khabib. Maybe he lands a Michael Johnson type shot on Khabib the same way other people have. Michael Johnson. Who knows? But I would take a focused Eddie Alvarez version of Conor McGregor against pretty much anybody. Put him in a time machine against any lightweight of all time, and that's a fun fight. That's a competitive fight. And, simple as that. Now, with that said, what would you have chose? Would you have chose the money? Would you have chose, the fame and the money that came with going for Floyd and then going back down to MMA or whatever? Like, I really think that was the turning point in his career. Or would you have stayed focused and been on the path? Because here's my thing. I think he would have made money in MMA, guys. He would have made money in MMA. He was making money in MMA. Was he making fucking Floyd money? No, he wasn't making Floyd money. He wasn't making Hollywood movie money. Definitely not. But, it's a tough one. It's a tough one because he was making the most money in the UFC, period. Is it worth it? In my opinion, if you ask Conor, I feel like he'll be very disappointed in how his career played out, his MMA career. But overall, the Proper 12 business, the Black Forge business, the Mac life, he has a media company, you know what I'm saying? Business-wise, setting his family up for generations-wise, yeah, absolutely. Hats off to Conor McGregor. Blueprint shown. He did it. You know what I'm saying? Great. But in terms of MMA-wise, in terms of who's the GOAT, who's, you know what I'm saying, who's that, which I feel like meant a lot to him at one point in time. And maybe overall, he's right to not give a fuck and to go for the generational, all that stuff. But again, I feel like the generational, all that stuff comes with this too. You know what I'm saying? Like George St. Pierre did the same thing. Khabib is doing the same thing. There's other guys out there that have like this generational wealth now for their family. They changed their family's lives to where, to where their family's good, bro. Like Anderson Silva's kids, they could run the gym. They could sell merch off of his father's name. Like they could do that. You know what I mean? And a lot of people could do that. Is it to the level of Conor where he has all this stuff? No, but that's kind of like worldly, and that's a whole nother topic that's another thing to yap about. But in this one, I think I'm pretty much done here, guys. I think that's all I could muster up on this one. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you agree, disagree, really doesn't matter. Just join the discussion and follow for more. Yeah, appreciate you.